Hello everyone, today I'm going to do my Tay Talks comment video, which if you don't know what that is, basically I do a thing called Tay Talks where I do an author spotlight and talk about various things, and then I ask for your comments, and in this comments video I answer the questions. So I'll link down the Tay Talks down there. I did an author spotlight on Tracy Chevalier. I said that I'd be reading Slammed by Colleen Hoover, which I've now done a rant review of because I freaking hate that book. Oh, I can't even tell you how much I hate it. And then I spoke about Jackie Burton's erotic fiction called Back Drawer, which I quite liked. So I'm going to read out your comments now and what you thought. So Charlie Book Fanatic said, I only liked Maybe Someday and Ugly Love by Hoover, but Slammed was terrible. I 100% agree. Slammed was awful and I haven't read anything else from Hoover. Jashana C said, I mean seriously, you need your own TV show. Your personality is just so great. You're such fun. I'd be hateful on TV. I really would be hateful. I'd love it though. I'd love to have a show like the Wendy Williams show where I'm like, hey, but talking about books. Loanis said, Hoover and erotica. I'll be honest, this is not the type of video I was expecting with a title like that, and I'm now very ashamed. Well, you know, who hasn't tried it with the Hoover? You know, who... I'm joking. imagine if this was a confession. Ooh, don't be able to use it again, imagine. She also said that porno didn't sound half bad, actually. To be honest, it sounded 10 times better than most popular romance books on BookTube. Yeah, I find a lot of popular romance books that I have read have been... big booktubers have said that they like are actually really abusive relationships, and I don't get the romance of it's normally a man shouting at a girl saying stay away from me, I don't want to be with you, and then like pulling her back to him and being like I love you, no get away from me, I don't know if I love you, and I just, oh god, like I have no time for that kind of, you know, abusive relationship at all. I don't think it's right, and so I don't like popular romance books. Tell me if there are any good romance books. Link down below. Bailey says, have you read anything from Kate Morton? No, I haven't. She writes historical fictions. Her books have different timelines and the characters are related in certain ways. That sounds like the Tracy Chevalier book, The Virgin Blue, because one is present day and one is 19th century. It's different for each book, obviously. I recommend her. She's my favourite author. Tell me what book I should read from her, Bailey. I'm not sure if her books are what you like for sure, but here I am recommending her books to you. Here I am, I like that. It's like, I am what I am. Got my Laconia Falls mugs there. So yeah, Bailey, tell me what book you like from her, and anyone else if you've read any Kate Morton. Also, I had a comment that said, what have you done with the pine cones that you stole in your vlog video? Because down the park they had all these pine cones that people were crushing with their feet. And so I took a few, well more than a few, I mean come on. And I've put them in this glass bowl, so, you know, I'm a thief. I'm a thrifty thief though. And I put them there, so just put that in there. Leela's Little Library said, your videos put me in such a good mood. Thanks girl. I don't know why, because I'm so ranty and shouty and like irritating at times, but cool. I'm also glad that you talk about the books you dislike as well. I shout about those books, yes. Instead of brushing them under a rug. I saw what you said about Slam down below and I can't wait to hear your reasoning for hating it. The video is up now. Oh god, I thought, my heart sunk, I thought it wasn't recording for a minute. You really make me think if I want to waste my time reading the second two books or unhaul them. Unhaul them, Leela. Do not waste your time on those reads. Especially if you didn't like Slammed. Like, don't continue with the series. I always feel, when I buy a series maybe from a charity shop, and I think, oh, they're all here, I might as well buy them now. And then you read the first book and you're like, oh, I hate this, but I've bought the rest now. Just unhaul. Just get rid of them. I tend not to do that anymore. There was the rest of that Slam series was in the charity shop's Point of Retreat. Was in that, and I was like, I'm not getting it till I've read Slammed, and I'm so glad I didn't waste my money on that. I've heard of Tracy Chevalier, but I never had the desire to pick up any of her books, but you convinced me to give her a try. Also, I'm going to look for Called Back Drawer. You cracked me up when you were describing it. I'm so glad that like you're gonna read the books that I've recommended. That's the whole point of this channel, so I'm very glad about that. Nats Adam Sokol, maybe? You should read New Boy by Tracy Chevalier. It is brilliant. I have seen that advertised, but I haven't read it yet. Batman Reads Books says, I'm so excited to read Chevalier. Most of my books are at my mum's house, so I don't have a copy of Pearl Earring with me. You need to read it. I feel like, can you hear that siren? Stop, girl. I feel like you'll love Girl with a Pearl Earring. Some of my books are at my family home, so I get what you mean about having books in different places. It's really annoying, especially when I want to do something like an author spotlight, because they're not here with me. But you definitely need to read Chevalier. Everyone, read Chevalier. You'll love it. Start with the Girl with the Pearl Earring. That's my fave. Larissa Saras said, hi Larissa. Larissa's very nice lady. You're all very nice, but Larissa is very nice too. She gave me a lovely some books when all that stuff went down in March, and I was speaking about it, and she sent me a package with some books and a really lovely message. Love you, Larissa. Also, thank you to everyone else who sent me a message at the time. I was just very kind of upset about the event and wanted to put it behind me, but thank you so much for your kind words and everything. I really thought after that video people were going to say, you're overreacting, Hannah, and I was going to get a huge backlash, and that people were going to say, get over it, people go through bad things every day, get up. So I was so glad that people were so sympathetic and saw my point of view of how serious it was as well. That actually meant a lot to me. So hi Larissa, you've said, I've read The Last Runaway by Tracy, and also Remarkable Creatures that she wrote about Mary Anning. Both books were fantastic. I own both those books. I tried to read The Last Runaway. Is that the one that's about kind of railways or something to do with tunnels near railways? I couldn't get into it, but I need to start that one again. The Reading Need said, love Tracy Chevalier. She's amazing. My favourite book is Burning Bright. So good. I need to get on that. I need to read that. Sarah Hall said, I have read The Last Runaway by Tracy Chevalier. So many of you have read this book, but I haven't. That I can't get into, and I don't know why I couldn't get into it, because I'm such a fan of Tracy. But that book, I need to try again. I adored it. I want to read more. Her new book, which I forget the name of, now sounds fantastic too. I'm waiting for the library. I'm 7th in the queue. 7th? Oh my god, girl. I have a recommendation for you. I think you will enjoy. I loved it when I read it. The Doll Funeral by Kate Hammer. Okay, it's a mix between contemporary, paranormal and mystery, and it is so good. I am going to get straight onto that. Tell me down below if any of you have read that. That sounds like mental, because that's such a mix of different things. Also, she said, do you ever borrow books from the library? Yes, I did a whole video, Make Libraries Great Again, and I was just saying how much I love libraries. Does anyone remember, right? On BookTube, and then there's that whole library drama. Someone who's quite a big BookTuber made a video about why they didn't use libraries, and then loads of other people flared up as well, and so I waited for it all to die down, because I was like, I don't want to people, to add fuel to the fire, but so I waited for it to cool down, and then I made my video, Make Libraries Great Again, because at the time Trump was like, let's make America great again, so I made that video. But do you remember the drama of that? Every other video on BookTube was about that. Oh my god. I do use libraries. I normally get graphic novels out from them. Because I'm dyslexic, I'm a very slow reader, so I don't tend to get novels at the library. I buy them in charity shops, but graphic novels 100% I get from libraries. Because, graphic novels can be very expensive. Stephanie M says, because you always bring them up, I ran out and bought Girl with the Pearl Earring and Great Expectations. I hope I like them as much as you did. Oh my god. I wish I could read both those books again without having read them, if you know what I mean. I wish I could have that first experience with them again, because they were such beautiful experiences and I loved reading them so much. Miss Havisham, oh, don't. Pip, the whole thing. So beautiful. Great in Girl with the Pearl Earring. I wish I could relive it. So I'm actually quite jealous of you, Stephanie, that you get to have that experience, because I love both those books. Laura Werner says, I love these videos. You should make more. Definitely going to keep doing my Tay Talks, because I'm a chatty bish, okay? This helps me get out my chattiness to you. Books and Things said, I really like Tracy Chevalier, and Girl with a Pearl Earring is a favourite novel of hers, my favourite from her as well, and one of my all-time favourite books, in general. I also agree with you that the film was a fantastic adaptation of the book, and Scarlett Johansson was great. 100%. I thought Scarlett was going to be awful in it because Scarlett Johansson is one of the most sexiest, beautiful, glamorous women alive, and Greet is a very plain girl. And so I thought, how is this massive, beautiful Jessica Rabbit woman going to play this very plain girl? And she played it perfectly. She was absolutely fantastic. I've also seen Ghost in a Shell with Scarlett Johansson, which I thought she was good in Ghost in the Shell as well. Aquavoid93 says, I'm so happy you have a Colleen Hoover book. I'm so sorry I didn't like it. It's so awkward when people are like, oh, I'm so glad you're going to read that book I love. And I'm like, I've read it and I don't like it. I'm sorry, but you know, we all like different books, and I'm sure there's a book that we'll both like together, but Colleen just didn't do it for me. Jamie Diane says, Fallen Angels sounds fantastic. I need to read it right now. Yeah, love it. I spoke about that in the video. This was Tracy Chevalier book about suffragettes. Fantastic book. Enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it as much with Girl as Pearl Earrings, but it was still a really good book. Sadie S said, okay, so I have the first and third book you talked about, which is so random because they don't seem like books I would be interested in. They were given to me and I was going to give them to a thrift store or something. Now I'm reconsidering. You really know how to sell a book. Oh, thank you so much. I'm guessing that's like a Chevalier book I was talking about. So yeah, read Chevalier. Read everything I've ever recommended. And then the last comment is from Ennis234. I really did enjoy reading Girl with a Pearl Earring. It was so well written and an easy read. Anyone who's watching this video who hasn't read any Chevalier, I feel like this is the best advert for it. Is that me just reading out people telling you how good she is. So it's not just one woman going, I like Chevalier, like all these people loved her, you need to get on it. I can relate to your reaction of erotica scenes. Sorry, my camera just like shut off there, it got a little bit embarrassed. So we're talking about erotica, but as an English person, we're quite prudish with sex. And I get very embarrassed when I'm out and about reading erotica. I'm like, oh God. So he said, especially if you read that book in public. Oh my God, yeah. I remember I once read a book on a tram and there was an unexpected scene and I literally blushed so much that the old granny asked me if I was alright. Oh my God, that would be me. I'd start being like, I make this weird noise when I get embarrassed. I'm kind of like, when I'm around people. If you've ever seen the horror film Last House on the Left, the remake of it, there's a rape scene in it. It's a really fantastic film, but the rape scene is really graphic. But the rest of the film is really good. And I watched that with my friend and we were both like, and I started making this weird sound like, and it was just so awkward because it looked like I was into it. I just get very nervous with those stuff around people. I'm not an Englishman and your reaction was so funny. Love your videos and keep up the good work. Oh my God, thank you. I hope you don't mind, but I really enjoy your rant videos and would love to see more of them. Cheers. Loads of you like my rants. So yeah, I mean, with reading, you're going to read some stuff that you like and you don't like. So why not have a rant about the ones that you don't like? I don't understand when people won't talk about the books that they dislike. This is just an honest portrayal of my reading. You know, it's my channel. So that's it. That's the end of the comments. Thank you for everyone who commented. There'll be Tay Talks coming up soon. I'm going to do an author spotlight on maybe Arthur Miller or Jodie Picoult. Tell me what one of the two you would prefer and I will like tally up the votes for each. And that's it. I hope you enjoy these chatty videos and I'll see you again soon for another video.